Professor.
So we can see that they have opened a very small notch in the 90 meters that they've allotted for the water to flow through. Excavators are at each end of the opening. They're continuing to open it up, and we can see that the water is pouring into the first cell.
Does the water look like it's being contained well?
Well, so far the water is contained within the road to the east, the road to the west, and the road to the south. But it will slowly begin to fill up that cell as it pours through, and whichever road's lowest, it'll overflow that road first. Tough to say how large that opening is. What would you say, 50 feet maybe?
The water seems to be flowing in a controlled manner as the province wanted it to go. It hasn't reached property yet, but it's very close to do so. This was a very difficult decision to make for the province, as they've told us throughout the week. About 150 homes will be flooded because of this, but in return, it means that we'll be able to protect well over 800 properties in the valley of the Assiniboine Valley, pardon me. This is unprecedented. This has never been seen before. The province has never had to breach a dike to protect its residents. Jay, can you describe to us the magnitude of what we're witnessing today?
Well, we're certainly undertaking something that's never been undertaken in Manitoba floods fighting history. We've intentionally breached a primary dike and are allowing water to flow through it to provide relief for the lower Assiniboine River. We can see excavators on each end of the breach. They're continuing to open it up. The water has reached the roads on all three sides coming through the opening and is beginning to fill that cell. We can, if we continue hovering here for a little bit, we're going to see that cell fill up, and eventually it's going to go over one of those roads. And so the process will continue all the way down to the LaSalle River.
Professor Doring, as we're looking at this, we understand that the province had to pick the lesser of two evils. Can you describe to us what they were facing? What are the choices they had?
Well, there are essentially two choices involved here. One is to put more water down the lower Assiniboine River than it can handle. That will ultimately lead to a breach of the Assiniboine River dikes at some location undetermined. So you have an uncontrolled breach where people are likely still in their homes, property has not been protected, versus the option of a controlled breach at this location where the residents have been evacuated in the path that this water is going to move, and properties have been protected to the best of ability given the time available.